Hey guys, today we will show you step-by-step instructions how we'll mount the F4 kit for the Husqvarna 701. The new Husqvarna 701 and the KTM 690 is actually the same bike, only in different colors and in different plastics, yeah. But the frame, the engine and the core of the motorbike is totally the same, yeah. So we will show you most of the instruction based on the 690 bike, but don't worry, it's really the same. The difference is only the ending with the plastics, yeah. If you will follow our detailed video guide, we think you will manage to install the F4 fairing kit within one afternoon, yeah. That should be the good time window to be able to mount it comfortably on your 701. Guys, let me quickly explain you what you get when you buy the 690 fairing from us. Of course, you get the windshield, you get the side panels, they are from Lexan, so they are quite flexible, crash proof. You get the road legal headlights with the original connectors, so you just plug and play. You get the aluminium tower, yeah. The dashboard is ready for all the connectors and also for the USB portlet. And here is also the crossbar. And then you get packs. One pack with the handlebar risers, Garmin adapter, etc. Here are the mounting hardware. Here are the upper and lower clamps holding the tower. The turn signals. They come also from the with the original connectors. Here is the flexi cover with the stickers for the windshield. You need to remove also the brake hose, and from the right side there are also two bolts, one above the turn signal and second without the brake hose, one bolt, upper bolt. Now lift up the mask upside and take it out. Here is the connector for the headlights, so release it and the mask is out. This is what you get when you remove the original headlight. Lot of connectors, but don't worry, yeah. The aim now is to remove the black plastic holder. So to be able to do it, we need to get out and disconnect almost all connectors. First, we need to cut the zip ties, yeah, and carefully, please. There's one, second zip tie, third zip tie, and here is, next to the turn signal, is the fourth zip tie. Guys, don't be scared, it's possible to handle it quite easily. We suggest take such a small screwdriver, because now we need to disconnect all the cables. One advice could be that you start, let's say, from the everything what comes from the handlebars, yeah, and it's good. It's one. Here is the 3-pin, the 6-pin. Another thing coming from the handlebars. Here is one more coming from the handlebars. So what we suggest, to get out first the ABS control. It has such a small pins here, so if you push them, so you can get it out like this, you see? Now you take out the heat sensor, yeah, so you have even more space. There's one more cable coming from the handlebars, so take it away. Now it's easier to get out the 6-pin and the 3-pin, yeah. Now you see all the cables from the handlebars are out, so you put them over the handlebars, yeah, so you have here more space and you don't get confused with the other stuff. On the right side there are the controls, neutral, oil and turn signals. You just take it out, pull it down like this, and here the control, you just press out and put it immediately back. When you do it like this, you know always this is a neutral, yeah. Again, pull it out, push it out and put back. Controls are out. Now we go to the right handlebar. Here is one connector, it's out. This is the second connector, and the third one is already free, yeah? So again, let's go one by one out. So again, yeah, this is coming from the right handlebar. Yes, you again put it somewhere here to have more space. And we see here there are two more cables going around to the frame. They are from the electric wires. So we have to go from the left side of the motorbike and disconnect it there. To access the connectors, go from the left side of the motorbike and release this bolt first. You see under the plastic cover, here are two connectors, so just disconnect them. The 4-pin is easy to disconnect, but the 6-pin, there is more security thing, so you have to kind of pull it out, yeah, like this, and then you can release it easily. Now pull the wires out. You can close it for a while and push it through, and you take it out from the front. Now we disconnect also the speedo. You push it here carefully, you get it out. And this is coming from the USB port. You disconnect it too. And now in fact you should be done except the turn signals. We forgot here one zip tie on the main harness. You see here. So you cut it too carefully. And now we get the 4-pin and the 6-pin also out through this right top corner, yeah, and you put it above the handlebars. Now we need to release the plastic mask. So here are two bolts, one and second. To be able to get the mask completely out, here are the brake hose. I'm sorry, but we need to cut the plastic part to be able to release it in this area. So take some very sharp knife, good scissors, whatever you have, multi-tool, and you cut in this area. So here we are out. Now you lift up the mask holder. We need now to get out from the mask this big harness and again the brake hose. So we suggest you cut it in one more area here, in between these two pins. Yes, so you cut it here out. You have several options, yeah, how to cut it with different tools, either sharp knife or we use a multi-tool. Just when you do it, be careful about the brake hose and the other harness. Yeah, so put it away as much away as possible. Now you see here is a cut. So I take out first the brake hose, yep. And now very carefully also the harness. Yeah, just make sure it's better to do it in the area of the big harness. Yeah. And first we will mount the handlebar risers and also the gouge for the Scotch damper. Yeah. To be able to do it, we need to remove the handlebars and also the handlebar clamps. So you start releasing the handlebar bolts. Carefully remove the handlebars, and it's good to secure them somehow, so you avoid they fall down. Now we need to release the handlebar clamps. Here is the bolt, Torx 45, and from the bottom there is nut number 17. The thing is, it's Loctite, yeah, so it's not easy to release it. You will have to use quite a lot of force. Now prepare the Loctite and the M8x50 bolts, and you can put here already and the Scotch damper gouge. Insert the bolt into the original clamps, use the Loctite, and you can bolt on into the triple clamps. Guys, when tightening the handlebar clamps, they could rotate, yeah, so it's not easy to align them to fit in correctly the handlebars. So you don't super tight, you do the alignment, and then the trick is you put from the top the Allen bolt and you just hold it and you tight from the bottom, yeah, the bottom nut you tight and it should somehow work that you don't move or rotate the upper clamp. Yeah. Now mount back the handlebars. Take the hose guide and M6 by 16 bolts with a flat head. You insert the brake hose and the guide like this, and you bolt on to the triple clamps. Now we will mount the upper clamps. So prepare the 4 M6 by 25 bolts and the Loctite. You put the top clamp on the frame. So the one with the dot, it goes to the left side on a motorbike. It's easy. Put a bit of Loctite on a bolt. Now we insert the opposite clamp from the bottom. Now again the bolt with Loctite. We align the holes. Now we tight. If you plan to use the Scott's damper, so you have to mount now the pin holder. You prepare the short M6 bolts, Loctite and the pin holder. Bit of Loctite and you bolt on. And now we insert the pin. Now we can start preparing the tower. We have to take out this front cover to be able to access the inner part. So there are 1, 2, 3, and on the other side the same 1, 2, 3 bolts you have to take away. You see now the tower is open and ready for installation of the speedo and the controls. Find the original mask holder, because here is still the speedo, so we need to get it out. There are 2 bolts or 2 screws from the bottom, so just take them out and take out the speedo. And you will need to get out also the original grommets. To have the tower ready for the installation, we need to do a few things before. Yeah, prepare the speedo with the original screws, the ABS control, the USB portlet, the extension cable, the triangle grommet and 3 big grommets. And the original grommets from the speedo, they are already here. We advise to start with the ABS. What is important is put it here like this, and then the triangle goes only from the bottom. Now you place there the grommets. It's there. You can check from the bottom that they fit correctly also. Prepare the USB portlet. From the bottom you can check where is plus and minus, and here is the extension. So where is plus, we suggest to put the red cable. Now you insert it inside and you secure it from the bottom. People are asking why it's so close to the speedo. Yeah, why it's not moved forward? Because it has certain length, and if you would move it even forward, you won't be able to put here the extension cables. You insert it into the original grommets and you use the original screws. Here be very careful, because you mount into the plastic. So if you over tighten it, you will destroy your speedo, which is very expensive. Guys, so now the tower is ready for the installation. Now prepare the M6 by 25 bolts and the tooth washers and the Loctite to mount the tower. Now prepare again the bolt with a tooth washer, Loctite, and then you'll have to squeeze it a little bit and bolt on. Don't tight yet, because you need certain flexibility now to insert the low clamps. Before you enter the low clamps here, just make sure that the harness, the main harness, goes in this area. Simply it will be above the clamps, yeah, and that the harness is inserted in a tower already with all the connectors. Prepare the low clamps. Left and right are symmetric, the same. The M6 by 40 bolts and 2 nuts. Take the both clamps at once and insert them from the bottom. Take the bolt, align the holes. It's the same. And now take the nuts and secure it from the other side. Now make sure that you didn't squeeze any connector in between the clamps. You can actually tighten fully the tower. Guys, now it looks a little bit scary to connect everything back together, but it's not, yeah? All the connectors are unique, so in fact you cannot mix them up. What I suggest, let's start with the controls. Again, pull it out, yeah. When you push inside the gromet, it's good to hold the gromet also from the bottom or to support it from the bottom. It's here like this. And you connect it from the bottom. Guys, these are the power sources. They are marked ACC1, which is connected directly to the battery, and the ACC2 that is connected to the ignition key. Yes, so the ACC2 works only when the key is on. But of course, it's up to you, yeah. And actually now is a good time to decide if you want to do some customizing. You might want to add another USB port. You might add the heated grips. So it's good time to connect it right now, yeah, before you close the tower. Now it will be a bit of a game. We suggest to start with a speedometer sensor, yeah, and you keep it like this from the bottom. Now take the connectors from the electric wire from the right handlebar, and you go here around the neck. You will connect it back from the left side of the motorbike. Now you connect the speedo, for instance. You can connect also the ABS sensor. Put inside the cables from the handlebars. You can immediately connect this 2-pin. Now you take all the cables from the left handlebar and put them inside the tower. Connect the 6-pin. Connect the 3-pin. And you can always put it inside the tower when it's done. You can connect this connector now. When everything is connected together, so we suggest you take the key and you try. You can even try to start the engine. You can try the high beam, low beam, the turn signals. And now you can try if all the controls work correctly. You can start the motorbike. Yeah. So you put everything inside, just randomly. Only one important thing. You leave here like this in the bottom the connector from the headlights and the connector from the turn signals, because you will need to access them later. And now you can mount back the front cover. We advise first just a finger tight. When all boards are in, you can tighten. Of course, don't forget the upper to mount the upper windscreen holders. Now take the box with the headlights. There is also small pack with 8 bolts, and you will mount into this holder later on. Yeah. Also, the headlights has the original socket, so it's very easy just to connect into the source. Now insert the headlights into the holders. The one with the shorter tube goes to the upper position, is a high beam. The longer tube goes to the low position, is a low beam. And here are ovals, yes, so you can adjust actually the direction of the beam. Guys, now you connect the headlights and we do a test if it works or not. And now you hold the turn signal connectors because you will need them later, but you push inside the tower the headlight connector. You zip tie the cables from the headlights. In the headlights box, you will find this paper. Yeah, quite important thing, because on the first pages there are the copies of the certification. Yeah, so it's good to keep it with you. Yeah, and on the last page there is explanation how you can correctly set up the beam, the direction of the beam of the headlights. And you mount it back like this. Guys, now it's time to finish the windshield, prepare the windshield. Now I suggest you take a sticker and you cut it close to this black edge. And the point is, you stick it from inside. When you more or less align this corner, you will get it there, yeah? Now for the video, I do it from crazy angle, yeah. I don't see it correctly. It's good to get as much possible to its radius. And you do the same for the other side. The next step, you take the mesh, yeah, and you stick it around. What we suggest, you start at the top middle corner, yeah, and you go on both sides. You see, we have covered the holes now, yeah. The point is, if there would be the holes, you would never fit it correctly on all four of them. So now it's good to take a sharp knife, yeah, or drill, and cut again the holes into the windscreen, yeah. And now the windscreen is ready to be mounted on the motorbike. Before we mount it, just a quick explanation about this windshield. This windshield is injected, yeah. So it's technologically a step ahead for us and for you also as customers. When we compare with the windscreens we had before, because this one can have already integrated shader, has integrated spoiler, the round edges are integrated too, so the injected technology allows us to do more sharp edges and so on. So it looks more advanced, and feature-wise it's also more advanced. There is one downside. You won't see it now, but when you look against the light at home in your garage, you might see there, some people think these are scratches. These are not scratches, but there are some tiny frozen structures, let's say, inside, yeah. It's not on the surface, it's inside the windshield. Now we have to prepare the side panels. Yes, they are for Lexan, so they're pretty durable, not easy to break them. From the other side, there is a hole for the turn signals, so you have to decide if you want the turn signals or not. If you want to have the turn signals, take the sharp knife and cut it out. Take the turn signal, take out the nut, put the connector through the side panel, place it inside. Now you take the rubber nuts, M5, and you place them into the first and into the last hole. The middle one you keep free. Now you mount the side panels together with the windshield. Be aware you are mounting against the rubber nut, so you don't have to, don't over tight, yeah. There needs to be still some flexibility, yeah, in between the side panels and the windshield, yeah. This is enough how the rubber nut should be tightened. Yeah. And secondly, never use Loctite, yeah. Once you use Loctite in here, you will be never able to release it. Guys, now we are ready to put on the fairing, yeah. You need again the M5x16 with the plastic washers, and you just finger tight the windscreen on top holders. Guys, now you connect the turn signals. The green one is the right one, and the red one is the left one, yeah. And once you connect it, you push the cables inside the tower so that it doesn't interfere with the fender when you are turning the handlebars. Now take the M5x20, the longer bolts, with the plastic washers. Again, you're going against the rubber nut, so don't over tight. Now you have to remove this original plastic gromets, yeah, because you will use them in our side panels. You just press them from the back to get them out. Guys, now you take the original grommet and the side panel. Here is the hole. You need to get the grommet inside. When you turn the grommet from the back side, there is a hook here, so it's good to start with a hook, yeah, and press it inside. If it doesn't work, you can help yourself with a screwdriver to get it there. Now you put the seat on your motorbike, yeah, and with the original hook, you will lock into the grommet, yeah, and this is the way how the side panel are fixed on the motorbike. This is the headlight cover, and here is the orange frame, yeah. It's totally up to you if you like it there or not. If you like it, you have to stick it on. You peel it from top center, yeah, so the top is ready, and now you go for the legs, yeah. In the headlights cover there are the holes. In a sticker they are not, so you have to do them. Guys, the last operation, you mount the headlight cover, you prepare the M4x16 bolts on the plastic washers, and you bolt on. When you bolt on the headlights cover, go always around and around and tight equally, yeah? Always remember that you go against the rubber nuts, yeah, so not necessarily super tight. Guys, the installation is ready. So congratulations, yeah, and now you can start enjoying better wind protection, strong LED headlights, and more space for your navigation. We wish you to have nice trips with RADE Garage fairing kit for your 690.